Let's get set for our second matchup. It's going to be Yeah Nah from Australia, New Zealand, taking on the GG Boyz from Japan. If you look at the other matches, Set to Destroy X will be in match 3. They'll play the loser of this match, and then the Back Squids will play the winner of this match. And 9, Australia, New Zealand won the coin toss backstage, and they decided to go with Manta Maria. Your initial thoughts on this stage for Turf War?
Well, Charger. I don't know if Latias will be using that here today, but Manta Maria is such a well-balanced map. If you want to use a long-range weapon, you can go up to the top on that snipe area, the grading, and really make your presence felt. I think the spot they feel very comfortable, and we'll see if it pays off.
And it seems like in Manta Maria, if you can get the upper hand and have the higher elevation there, Ashley, your team's going to have a huge advantage.
Literally the upper hand. I mean, you've got a lot of verticality in this map. There's not a lot of ground space in the way of, you get to that center really quickly. So if you can get up high, you're definitely going to have an advantage with a slosher. You're going to have an advantage with a charger. You're going to have an advantage with any weapon that's going to put down a lot of ink.
And 9, I want to discuss some more about these main abilities because, as we said, you don't get the chance to load up 12 quick swim speeds, basically, and be swimming all over the level. You've got to be very judicious about what abilities you choose.
Right, and I think one of the most important abilities in the game right now is that quick respawn. It allows your frontliners, if they jump in to try to get back into the action, they get splatted, sent back to spawn. They're able to respawn very quickly, as it is called quick respawn, and they can jump back in and make their presence felt at sort of little to no risk. But because you're not able to stack that now, you've got to be a little more judicious with your jumps.
About a minute away from getting started here, we've got the GG Boyz of Japan taking on Yeah Nah from Australia, New Zealand, and you look at the GG Boyz in 9, we discussed they took out over 800 teams to qualify here for these World Championships.
800 teams down, 3 more to go. That is the game plan for them here, but it just shows how experienced they are. That was a live environment like this, lots of teams, a big crowd. This is not too big a stage for them.
The lobby is basically set to go. We're just waiting for one more check mark, and then we can get started here. Turf War on Manta Maria. We've got the GG Boyz from Japan taking on Yeah Nah from Australia, New Zealand. And we remember last year, the Aussies came in and they had quite the upset in Turf War early on, Ashley.
They indeed did. We saw a lot of great play from them. And honestly, I'm excited to see what's going to happen right now.
Well, let's get it started. Match number 2, GG Boyz from Japan. You'll see them in the blue or purple ink, however you portray it. And then the green ink will represent Yeah Nah from Australia, New Zealand. And 9, give us the breakdown on the initial loadouts.
Well, you're seeing 2 dynamo rollers in the action right now. You would not have seen that a couple patches ago, but these are pretty similar compositions. Both sides using a lot of dualies here. Their long-range weapons are going to be the jumping point, but we already see one going down.
Yamamichi with the nice splat, using those dualies and that mobility that he has. And Ashley, a lot of times, your ability to move around this stage is so critical to getting that advantage.
That's right, and Yamamichi has the dualies, which enables him to roll. So he's able to get those double rolls in there, make sure he can get away from people, and again, win those one-on-ones and convert to ink on the ground.
We've got an Inkjet versus a Stingray, as you see Latias up top with that heavy splatling, getting a nice job with that splatling right there. 2:15 left in this one. 4-3 advantage on the field for Yeah Nah. You see their ability right now to use some of that range that they have here, 9, is giving them the early advantage.
And another reason that range is so good on this map is because it's a long map. They're going to need to jump back into the action, as we see Yamamichi getting another great splat. Both sides are doing a great job of not getting locked out. There's been big moments, but they haven't let go.
4-4 on the map, 150 left. Make that 3-3 now as we have a couple of splats right here. Latias using that splatling on top of the grate in the middle of the pier here in Manta Maria as she's trying to score her team a pivotal victory here in match number 2 of the Splatoon 2 World Championship. Overseeing a few things. You see FLC using that dynamo roller. Oh, but a 2-for-1 splat courtesy of Yamamichi once again, 9.
And they did a great job of moving in with the Stingray. Even if the Stingray isn't able to get the splats, it's a giant beam everyone's looking at that allowed them to push both of their dually players up and take that crucial position.
Yamamichi just marinating in that toxic miss, and he don't even care right now as it's 4-4 on the field. Both teams trying to seize control of the middle of the map. You now have 4-3 advantage for GG Boyz as FLC trying to rain it down with that Dynamo. Oh, Dynamo versus Dynamo as Dynamon keeps him at bay. But here comes the Inkjet with about a minute left here. Ashley, what needs to happen with the final push?
Well, I think Australia needs to get out there, and Yeah Nah has got to start converting some of these one-on-ones. GG Boyz are doing such a great job. They're being so aggressive. They're getting so far ahead that it's really hard for Australia to come around and flank.
You see the ink storm on port side right now, 35 seconds left in 9. It looks like with the 3-2 advantage, this is an opportunity for the GG Boyz to strike.
It was, but you see all the frontliners went down just as we were saying that. The last one is Latias holding things down in the middle. She's not going to be able to do all the painting herself. They need to get in and get in quick.
18 seconds left. Ink armor deployed. Nice little overcoat for the GG Boyz. Trying to get a few splats. Taiji unable to get the splat over there. You've got a 3-2 advantage on the field right now. 7 seconds left. Can GG Boyz get the final push? Looks like they're able to get enough work done before the bell rang. Let's see what happens here as we go ahead and wrap up match number 2 between Japan and Australia, New Zealand. And the results are GG Boyz with the victory, and they will move on to match 4 to take on the back squids. And so this was an example here, 9, of getting that final push with the last 30 seconds, and we saw that from the GG Boyz. They got the numbers advantage, and those frontliners were able to advance.
And the frontliner versus frontliner battle really was the story there at the end. We said Latias was stranded by herself. It's because too many 1v1 victories coming from the dualies of GG Boyz, and sometimes that's just how it goes.
And we saw Yamamichi with some big-time plays. Let's take a look at some of the action that was going on in this previous match. And you saw him with the dualies. And Ashley, a lot of times if you're one of those frontline players and you're the dualies, it's your job to go out there, get some ink out there, but also get some splats.
That's right. I mean, Yamamichi is so aggressive. I love watching him with those dualies. He's absolutely fantastic. Look at the aim with his inkjet. I mean, it was just so much fun to watch him get out there and get those splats.